Hey, what's going on? Keith from Trigger Happy. Got a kind of an off-topic video here tonight. Obviously, I normally am doing gun reviews and things of that sort, but something a little different that I kind of wanted to discuss. This video is probably geared towards people that might be either thinking about getting into the gun business, maybe a small gun shop, a home-based FFL, but it's also geared towards the person that doesn't really deal with a local gun shop anymore, spend more time buying online, buying from big box retailers. And the motivation here for me to do this was, I give a lot of prices, ballpark prices and things on my videos, and I get a lot of people that are always commenting, I could buy this from such and such online website for less than you're selling it for, or I bought it from this big box retailer for less than you're selling it for. Why are you selling it so high? So on and so forth. The reason is there's numerous reasons for that. But the simplest reason is that small gun shops like me pay more for products than your large retailers. And you might not think that that's true, but I promise you that is the case. If you think there's a lot of money in guns, you're sadly mistaken. And to prove my point, I went through and kind of grabbed some invoices, and I've touched these up, so you'll not find where I bought these guns from. You'll find no serial numbers on here, but these are legitimate invoices that I have. When you're a small dealer like me and you're starting out, you have to buy through distributors, wholesalers. You don't get to buy directly from manufacturers. So there are a number of wholesalers that you can deal with in the gun industry. There's Lipsey's, Davidson's, Jerry's, Sports South, RSR. The list goes on and on and on. And what you'll find is that virtually all of them have the exact same price structure on anything you buy. They may run a deal or a special on occasion, but for the most part, what something costs at one place, it costs at another. And I remember when we first got our license, I was pretty excited to be able to buy guns for so much less than I could in the store. Well, I was sadly disappointed that there is not a lot of markup on guns. So I was just going to kind of share with you what us small shops, the guys that do $1 million or less in sales a year, pay for some of these guns that people claim are so overpriced sometimes. Here's a popular gun that I've recommended on here many times. There's a Taurus 709 Slim. Gun that normally retails for probably $300 to $310. I paid $282 for that, or I'm sorry, yeah, $282. There's a little shipping charge on there. $282 for that gun. So if I'm selling it for $300, you do the math. That's $18 profit. Not too good. Here's a Glock 30. You recently saw a review on that in here. That was a $481 gun that I sold for around $509. Here's a Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport. Yeah, pretty popular gun. A lot of people like those. Comes with a $556 price tag for me. Sell that for less than $600. Here's an SR40C Ruger. Gotta love those. Comes in at, sorry it's hard to do here, about $371 after I pay my $5 fee. Here's another one. I bought another Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport. Actually bought two of them. Different wholesaler. $556. Like I said, price is the same everywhere. But here's something else I wanted to show you. Here I bought a little bit of Federal American Eagle 223 55 grain. I pay $7.75 a box. So, people used to price ammo with us and think we were a little high when I was charging $8.50 a box for that stuff versus Walmart when I was making 75 cents or less. Here's a Springfield XDS 45 in black. That's $455 gun. Here's a popular one I just pulled up on my iPad here. that I see all the time. Smith & Wesson SD9VE, $284. So you can see that there's not a lot of profit in guns. So am I complaining? No. I'm a part-time gun guy. I'm more or less out of the gun selling business at this point. But why am I talking about this? Well, for the guy that's thinking about getting into the gun business and making a large investment in a store or a shop, I'm going to tell you up front, there's not a lot of profit to be made in the gun business for us small guys. Guns and ammunition are very low profitability items. Your items that make money are other things that are hard to sell. Knives and holsters and scopes and mounts and rings and on and on and on. But you have to stock a broad variety in order to make any kind of money there. So it's tough. If you're a new startup business, you're probably going to need $50,000 to $80,000 to have inventory and security systems and license fees and insurance and display cases and on and on and on. It's very expensive. To the other person that I was making this video for, the guy that goes to his local shop and finds this M&P 15 Sporter on the shelf, and the guy wants $615 for it, and you can find it online for $575. He's not gouging you. He's barely making any money on this gun. So I'm a big proponent of buying locally. And if you had contacted me, if you're a long-time watcher, and during the gun crisis of 2013 had contacted me about shipping you a firearm, your answer was the same no matter who you were, and the answer was always no. And I encourage you to find a local shop to buy from. I don't ship guns. I've never shipped guns. I believe in local business, and it's tough. So, again, I'm not complaining. This has never been my source of income. It was my source of fun money, and I enjoyed it. But I can tell you that local businesses need your business. They want your business. And for the most part, these shops are struggling right now, especially with the market being in the situation it is, with things kind of down. These giant retailers, they'll give you a good price, but I always feel better at the end of the day if that extra $20 that I spent on a scope or a rifle goes right into somebody's pocket to feed their kids, as opposed to, a CEO that will never know you nor care about your business. I guess that's just the way I look at it. So just kind of wanted to share with you a little bit of insight on being in the gun business, and when shops and whatnot tell you that there's not a lot of markup on guns and they don't have a lot of wiggle room, they're probably not kidding. So thanks for watching. Lots more to come from Trigger Happy. I'm having a fun time out there. Still grabbing some new stuff from time to time. So keep watching, keep following us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.